What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninjas Top 5 Filthiest Pitches of the Day. We'll kick it off with the honorable mentions. First, I have Kevin Gausman for these splitters. It was filthy yesterday. Next, Edwin Diaz for blowing away hitters in the 9th inning. Then I have Hunter Brown for picking up 5 Ks in 6 innings. He did give up 4 walks, but only gave up 1 hit and no runs. And lastly, Emmanuel Clase for this 100-mile-an-hour cutter at the knees. This pitch is unhittable, as well as a slider. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, Charlie Morton for picking up 7 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up no earned runs. I was kind of worried about him in my parlay yesterday. Will and I talked off camera, and Charlie came through. Nasty stuff from old Charlie. I also have him tied with Aaron Bummer for these ridiculous curveballs. I mean, look at the movement on these. Absolute filth. Enough to make the hitters say,
bummer.
At number 4, Tyler Rogers for this rising slider. Never lose sight of the fact that this man makes his slider rise, which is highly unusual, and it's because of how he releases the ball. He releases it from down here instead of up here, so it has the opposite movement. Here's some overlays that show you the movement of his slider compared to his sinker. He's the only pitcher in baseball that has his slider go up above a fastball. Crazy stuff. At number 3, Kris Bubic.
The opposite of Jokic.
And number 3 on the countdown. He had 9 Ks in 7 innings, giving up only 1 run. He now leads MLB in ERA at 1.43. It's just filthy stuff from Kris Bubic. Not overpowering, but the angles he creates makes it really tough for hitters. At number 2, Corbin Burnes for his curveballs. He had 8 swings and misses on his curveball yesterday, picked up 6 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run, and that 1 run happened after he left the game. If you can read lips, when Perdomo comes over to him, he says, "It's my elbow." And the coaches come out and he says something like, "It's my elbow is gone." Not good things for a pitcher to say or feel. He said after the game that he just felt tightness and he didn't want to push it because his body tells him what to do. Who knows? He's going to have an MRI on it. It's never a good sign. He's definitely, I mean, in my opinion, I hate saying definitely, but he will likely be on the IL for some time because elbow tightness is nothing to mess around with. From Ninja Nation to Corbin Burnes, prayers up. And at number 1, Garrett Crochet for just an absolute dominant performance yesterday. He had these cutters and sweepers and overpowering heaters, picking up 23 swings and misses, 7 on his fastball, 9 on his cutter, 6 on his sweeper. That doesn't add up to 23, does it? My math was right. That doesn't add up to 23 because he had 1 on his sinker. He had 12 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run on 112 pitches, a career high. An absolute ace performance. Here's some overlays of his fastball and cutter to both Acuña and Murphy. And you can see how he tunnels those pitches, making it really hard to differentiate. And you're going to swing and miss at one of them. Plus, his fastball is hard to hit anyway because of the angles he creates. And then here's a cutter and sweeper overlay because occasionally he will tunnel these 2 pitches. And you can see how that sweeper just breaks down more and has more horizontal movement. He now has a 1.98 ERA on the year, 101 strikeouts in 82 innings. He's 6th in ERA, just above Tarek Skubal right now. Here's what Garrett Crochet told me made the difference between him when he started out and him now. It's the addition of his cutter. Did anything change this year for you, or you just finally letting it loose?
The cutter.
So that was a big thing?
Yeah, finally getting healthy, and then the addition of the cutter, I think, really did a lot.
Can't do the leg kick in this outfit, can you?
No, probably not.
Now on to Ninja Notes. Gavin Williams had 6 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up no earned runs and only 1 hit. I've been telling you Gavin Williams stuff is too good for him to have poor performances. Maybe we're seeing that breakthrough now. Jacob deGrom had a boring 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. He did have 3 walks. I mean, kind of pedestrian outing from deGrom. Ranger Suarez had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He faced Jose Quintana, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. J.P. Sears had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. Carson Palmquist looked really good yesterday with 8 Ks and 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 4 runs, but those 8 Ks are really surprising. That ball gets on you quickly despite not having high velo because he strides extraordinarily long. Hayden Birdsong, Mr. Tambourine Man, had 5 Ks and 5 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run. Kader Montero had 2 Ks and 4 2/3 innings, giving up no runs. Jamison Tyone had 2 Ks and 6 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. In a pitcher's duel, Luis Castillo had 5 Ks and 6 scoreless innings. He faced Chris Paddock, who had 10 Ks in 8 innings, giving up 1 run. Certainly could have been in my top 5 list. Paddock was nasty yesterday. Lastly, Ryan Yarbrough had 5 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run, and he outdueled Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is just not good yesterday. He gave up 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits and 3 walks. Lastly, let's discuss this ejection where Taylor Walls took exception to this strike, kind of fixed his helmet, and appears to have tapped it a few times, mimicking the ABS challenge, and he was ejected, lost his mind. Is the umpire being soft here? It was clearly being snarky. I mean, Taylor Walsh, you can hear him say right here, I didn't tap.
Ejected from this game.
Well, Taylor, then what do you call this? Like, dude, we have video evidence of you tapping your helmet. Now, whether you should be ejected for it, yeah, it's a bad call, but it's clearly a snarky move. Probably a little soft on the umpire's part. But I heard that there was some warnings that if you tap your helmet to mimic the ABS challenge, it's considering arguing balls and strikes. So umpires are going to take exception to it. You can't argue balls and strikes. What do y'all think out there? I mean, you got to get the calls right. We do need the ABS system. This would have been a helmet tap had we had it. Taylor Walsh should have owned it maybe. Should have said, yeah, I tapped my helmet. That call was horse. When you go back and look at it in the review room, you're going to come back and your next words better be, I am sorry, Mr. Walls. I didn't realize how good your eye was.
Ninja, we're kicking things off today right here in New York City where Sweet Pete feasted on some street meat. An Apo Taco, 400 plus. I mean, what a shot here. That's right, a frozen rope by the polar bear into the Flushing tundra. But next, Ninja, we're traversing the map down to San Diego, where Manny Machado had a meat missile of his own, and then also spanked the game-winning granny, or almost spanked the game-winning granny. He thought he had it, but he's going to need the weights to get it out of that part of the park. But he did get an important sac fly. Next over to the desert, where Mean Gene Suarez blasted this one 466, Ninja, for the long dong of the day and the 5th longest of the MLB season. But the dong of the day comes from the Emerald City, where Cal Raleigh, for the 3rd day in a row, lets everyone know how he got his nickname, Big Dumper, by just taking a dump on the record books here. Simply having the most jacktastic season a catcher has ever had. He's on pace for 64 homers, Ninja. Reminder, Salvi Perez broke the record. It used to be 45. He got 48 in 2021, but he was only catching for, I believe, 33 of those games. And Raleigh is an everyday guy, so if he keeps his pace, he's going to have maybe the best catcher season of all time, Ninja, which we've had a lot of good catchers over the years. But this one, Ninja, it's getting him done.
And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. George Springer got called out for jumping on the base because he got tagged in the middle of a jump. Next, this kid is going to give him base running lessons because this kid knows how to run the bases. Never leave the base. Hug it, love it, and squeeze it like it's your own. My picks of the day today are a ladder with Jack Flaherty. I'm going to take Jack Flaherty for 6 Ks, 7 Ks, and 8 Ks. What would your picks of today be?